We're waiting for you, Devin.
What do you say we play some D&D?
So thanks everybody for hanging out while we got this going. We'll do some announcements off the top. This is DadBodDnd. This is our Waterdeep session. We played every Friday night on Twitch at twitch.tv/DadBodDnd. We are sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice, which Devin is holding up his Warlock
touching them.
Case. He is touching them. It may be inappropriate.
And I'm enjoying touching them.
He likes to rub
They're high quality dice, bro.
They are high quality dice. So if you are in the market for some new dice, go ahead and scroll down in the web browser and click on the Skull Splitter image, and it will take you to their site. Use the promo code DadBod, all one word, all caps, and you will get 10% off your first order. So if you need some new dice, go do it. It helps the channel out. It helps Skull Splitter out. And it's just all around good stuff. Because I got mine. I got the smaller case, which I'm not too mad about, but it doesn't hold more.
Have you seen the Necromancer set they're coming out with?
Oh my god,
yeah.
I want it so
It's
bad.
a giant fucking skull filled with like Necromancer themed different dice.
Yeah.
Like an assortment of different dice.
I want it so
Really?
bad.
I haven't seen it. Is it on their Twitter?
Yeah,
they
just
did
It should be. I got an email about it because it's up for pre-order.
Yeah, they did a free
Oh.
giveaway too.
Yeah.
You could enter, but that's ended. So sorry, guys.
I missed out.
Yeah, so if you need dice, go down, click it, we're there. Anywhere you pretty much search DadBodDnd, you'll find us, Twitter, Instagram. We have our own website that sometimes gets updated. We have our Reddit, gets updated with our sessions. And then we also have Discord. So we're probably the most active on Twitter and Discord. Discord link is down below, just like the Skull Splitter link. Just click it, it'll send you to our Discord channel. And finally, with Discord said, if you're interested, we just ran a one-shot where the entire cast was Kenku. And it was so fun. Had a great time. We did have a special guest, Cyan Knight. He was great. He played Brew Pour and keep your head
He was
down.
great. It was good to have him.
It was good. So he may be back running one of his own one-shots that he wrote. So that could be cool. But yeah, at Cyan Knight, if you're interested. And then it should be up on YouTube and Podcast World sometime in the future.
Wide.
But if you're interested in joining one-shots is the point of that story, just tell us in the Discord and we'll get you added and on the calendar. Anything else anybody has to bring up for announcements? I guess one other announcement is we have a new face here with us. Brittany is the newest member of the DadBodDnd crew, and you can find all of her...
I was waving at her, not... Anyways, go on.
No, that's fine. I figured. But yeah, so Brittany, you can find her at Typed Mischief. It should be scrolling on the screen as well. Go follow her for all the good Typed Mischief content on Twitter.
Hello.
Well played. So any other announcements anybody has before we get started?
I did not pee, so at some point I may have to leave the game.
Finish the cup, then you can pee in the cup. Just make sure you mute the mic first.
Okay.
Tinkle,
You
tinkle.
can't
Arrived late with a handful of Starbucks.
All right, so we're going to do a very in-depth overview tonight, just to make sure Brittany is fully in tune with what's happening. So the campaign, the Waterdeep campaign, started out where you guys were in the Yawning Portal, having some drinks all separately. A fight breaks out between what you now know as a Zentarum and a Xanathar's guild member. They quickly get hustled out. It starts to die down a little bit. So out of the under mountain thing jumps a troll where you guys assist the proprietor Durnan of the Yawning Portal to take care of said troll. Looking at your awesome heroic deeds, you were approached by the one and only Volo, who gave you a task to find his friend Floon. In this task, you head to you get some clues to head to a Zentarum hideout, where you don't find Floon, but you found the person that Floon was hanging out with at the bar, Raynar Neverember. So Raynar Neverember is the son of Lord Neverember that was the Lord of Waterdeep at one point. He gives you a few more clues to go down into the sewers to find his friend Floon. You head down into the sewers. You follow some interesting markings of a circle with what appears to be spokes or tendrils hanging out of it, and you follow him to a Xanathar Guild hideout. At said Xanathar Guild hideout, you dispatch some kobolds, and you actually fool the people into thinking that you're a Xanathar member, and they give you the initiate packet and let you through. So you make it through. You find that Floon is being held captive by what appeared to be a mind flayer and another tall orc. The mind flayer runs off. You guys dispatch the orc pretty easily and rescue Floon. In return, Volo did promise you some coin, but instead he gave you a deed to Troll Skull Alley, or Troll Skull Manor, which is located in Troll Skull Alley. And from there, we did a shopping montage. You guys were approached by a few different people. Vajra from Force Grey to ask for your assistance. Somebody from the Harpers messaged you as well, which your contact was Mert. And then you were also approached by the Zentarum to join. And turning that one down, it may have gotten a little more hostile than they anticipated. And they sent some assassins to try and kill you in your own home. You guys dispatched them pretty well and hid the bodies downstairs. And while you were figuring out what to do, a fireball goes off in Troll Skull Alley, where it was right outside your guys' house. Doing some quick research and reconnaissance before the City Watch comes up, you guys got some more information. You met some people, and that's where we left off. Was there anything that I may have left out?
We dumped the bodies too.
Oh yes, you guys chopped up the Zentarum bodies and dumped them down into the sewer to be never again seen.
And we leveled up. We got some cool fucking new powers.
You guys leveled up for chopping bodies up.
It's decent XP. It's like being in battle. It's a mental battle.
Yeah.
It's like an 18th birthday.
The rite of
Sure.
So we may need a new taking applications for a new Alright, so where you guys left off, you dumped the bodies, you're back at your house. It is 2 in the morning-ish. It was pretty late. Shit. And you picked Jackson, you actually watched the city guard to pick the perfect moment to take the bodies in a cart and dump them.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I think we need to go to bed. Who knows what tomorrow brings? We keep getting new shit on our doorstep. So I'm going to bed. I don't know about you. And I'm just gonna head up. I'm not gonna wait around.
I'm going to bed as well.
Do you look at me or anything?
Okay, so I got hit by. Did I get hit by lightning after we delivered the bodies? Like we delivered the bodies, came home, and then leveled up?
No, it was before that.
No, it was before that.
Oh, it was. Huh. I think maybe at that point there's enough time that kind of that passed that I will maybe just kind of look at you quickly and then nothing longingly. But yeah, I'm looking up. It's 2 o'clock.
All right. No, if you don't look at me or say anything to me, I'm gonna find somewhere to sit down here, like maybe at one of the tables and chairs that we have. Kind of like mess with my kind of look at my hands, and I'll probably just sleep down here tonight.
I think I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm not really gonna say a lot to Templeton or the other two actually either. I'm just gonna go to bed.
So where am I, like physically? Did I go and take care of the bodies, or am I back? Okay, so I am back in the house.
You did help them take care of the bodies.
Okay. Just making sure I knew where I was. I'm just gonna go the fuck to bed. It's 2 a.m. I am tired. This is too much for my little new body to deal with.
So Kylie's going to bed. Valerian's going to bed. I'm sorry, McConaughey's going to bed. Valerian's going to bed. Jackson's going to bed. Templeton, what are you doing in the middle of the night here?
I think I'm just going to sit here, think really hard about all this, and eventually I'll just find somewhere on the floor to sleep. And if I'm first up in the morning, I'm gonna go outside and sit on the stoop.
night falls, or continues. It's already fallen. Sun starts to rise, and Templeton, you are out on the stoop, and you are approached early morning, as soon as the sun starts to rise, by
a rather tall woman, 5'11", with a mask that kind of goes like this, a hood beneath scale mail armor. And she walks with purpose. She sees you upon the doorstep, and she says, I have heard that there is a fireball that murdered some people last night, and I am seeking the culprit. Do you have any leads?
Are you here to kill us too? Because it won't go well for you.
That depends. Did you kill those people?
I killed some people.
Did you kill the 6 people that we're talking about?
No, it was like 8.
It was 8 people?
I killed 8 people.
Did you kill it?
Maybe more.
But you killed...
More or less.
Of any of those 8 people, were they involved in the fireball?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sir, do you need medical help?
No.
Okay, I'm going to knock on the door behind you now. So, thank you. And I'm just going to rap upon the door.
Okay, is anybody up yet? Pretty early.
My sleepy ass is staying in bed.
I will slowly get up and open the door. No. We'll let her in.
I will follow him in.
Okay. So as you walk inside, you see that inside this house doesn't look much better than the outside. It's a little rough. So the outside is like peeling paint. There are no windows yet. There are just boards. And remember, this is winter. So as you walk inside, the inside looks a little bit better. So it's very clean as you could make rundown stuff. It does have like this nice bar and counter to it. I'll pull up a picture for everybody, which most of you already know what it is. So yeah, you're here on the first floor, and you walk into this room that has a nice bar. No real plates yet. Some of the windows have just recently been busted out during a scuffle. And then here in the center is a hearth that is ablaze with whatever they try to keep going through the night.
This is a place.
Yeah, this is our brunch and beer place.
Like a home?
Well, we live here. Yes.
Okay.
Hang on.
Good. Oh.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
I will wait.
I'm gonna go downstairs. Is there an open bottle of wine on the counter?
Yeah, there's probably
I feel like we
some
half
still.
drank one.
Yeah.
I will pull out a glass and pour some. Like, would you like something to drink?
No, I would rather keep my faculties about me. Thank you.
I'm gonna shrug and drink it myself. What's your name?
I'm Alesta. But more important questions are to be asked here. Do you know of anybody who would know anything about the fireball that happened last night?
Well, we know that it was the Zentarums and that they were coming to try and kill us, like I think you're trying to do. And we know that a guy in a hood threw the fireball or the bomb or whatever, and that's all we know. Which one are you? Which group are you with? Are you the good guys or the bad guys or the other bad guys?
I would not identify myself as any of those things. But okay, so was it the bomb or was it the fireball?
He's gonna shrug.
I suppose a bomb is sort of like a fireball, at least
do
momentarily.
They do close to the same thing.
Yeah, yes, I suppose that's correct. Okay, well, why were the Zentarums after you? What was going on there? What did you do to make them angry? Do you deserve it?
I mean, I'm not a nice person, I don't think. So, in like the sense that all bad people deserve bad things, yeah, I kind of deserve it.
Well, that's very reflective of you. I did not expect that. I suppose I should ask, what is your name?
I'm Templeton.
Templeton. Well, it is nice to meet you, Templeton. I am sorry that you think I'm here to kill you. I hope I do not have to.
Can we hear them talking from our rooms?
I'm sure I can't. I'm all the way up on the damn top.
You guys are on the 3rd floor. You can give me a perception check.
Sleeping? Probably
Yeah,
not.
No, you're good.
Where did this fireball take place, Templeton? Can you show me the area?
Yeah, I'll go out to the window, and there's a big black scorch mark on the road, and I'm just going to point to it.
I suppose I should have perceived that coming in. Do you have any? Is there anybody else who lives here?
Oh yeah. There's Jax, and there's Makani, and I'm sorry, Ashley, and there's Liv, and there's Val. Do you want me to go get somebody?
That would be wonderful if you could do that for me, Templeton.
Okay. All right. Here's a chair, and I'm just gonna pick up a chair and put it down in front of her.
Thank you.
And I'll run upstairs and get like halfway up the 2nd floor and just yell, "Guys, there's someone here!"
And while he's doing that, I will go ahead and push the chair back beneath the table so that it is nice and tucked in for the next person who needs to use it.
Okay, so what does anybody rouse from hearing Templeton?
Yeah, I kind of sit myself up in bed and think aloud, Templeton, but there's new people here. This is always great. I guess I will get ready, and I'll get out and I'll start getting my shit on and head down.
I'm gonna yell back at him. Is it somebody important, or is it just like the mailman or something?
They say they're not here to kill us.
Well, that is good to know.
What do they want?
They're asking about the fireball or the bomb, the thing from yesterday.
And clearly, Alessa, you hear all of this.
Yes.
I will get up then.
I'll make my way out of the bedroom. Out of my bedroom, I'll walk up the stairs leading up to Jack's, and I'll kind of take the butt of my sword and just pound on the latch or the whatever. If there's a door there, I'm not sure, but I'll pound on there. Hey, Jackson, we have company. You need to come down here. We may need you.
Boy, company.
Templeton says they are not here to kill us, but I want to see for ourselves.
I don't trust it either. I'll
Trust anybody.
I'll be down in a minute. I'll get up and slowly make my way down.
And if Makani hasn't made her way out, I'll just, on my way, pound on her door. Makani, we have company.
I'm getting dressed.
Okay, I will meet you down. And then, yeah, I'll make it down first.
While they're doing all this, I'm going to go into the cellar and grab some bread and some butter and cut some off and put it on a plate and be like, complimentary bread and butter. Put it on the table.
This is Olive Garden.
Are you trying to get to see under my mask? Is that what this is?
No, I'm...
Because you're not the first person who's tried, and I'm really going to have to say that you should not even try.
I'm a big, ugly green orc.
No, you are not ugly. Do
don't-
not say that about yourself.
I don't care what you look like. And I thought you might like something to eat. It's breakfast time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I will consider eating potentially, maybe, in my future. Maybe. Thank you. Just like casually, like when I see something slightly askew, I'm going to kind of reach out, kind of correct it a little bit to the best of my ability. Just trying to straighten things up around here.
So,
Got some work ahead of you.
yeah, I mean, so it is very like dilapidated building, but it's very clean. So, yeah, it's very like immaculately clean on this level. So like even if
Are
you
there
try and,
pictures askew or anything?
there's nothing on the walls yet. I mean,
Okay.
there's like boards broken from windows.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, then I'm centering the plate of bread and butter upon the table.
I imagine at this point I've kind of made it down, and I see Templeton like exchanging pleasantries.
Yep.
With this new person. Templeton, what is this? And I'll stay at like the first step that leads in. I'm not getting off the steps yet. But Templeton, you have a new friend that I need to know about?
I'm gonna, like, as they're talking, come down the stairs. I'm not gonna make myself really known, but just so I can hear.
I mean, maybe. Are we friends yet?
Would you like us to be friends, Templeton?
Maybe. I don't know you well enough yet.
Well, then maybe
her name is Alesta, and she is here asking about the thing that happened yesterday with the people in the explosion.
So she is a city guard, and at that point I'll turn my gaze to, is it Alesta?
Alesta, yep.
Alesta, I'll turn my gaze to Alesta. Are you with the city guard? Because if you are, I appreciate your service.
No, I'm not with the city guard. You can tell because I'm actually competent.
Okay, so we can we can drop the roost. Then I don't actually. Yeah. Okay, good, because I don't actually appreciate any of the city guard. So you're not with them. What brings you to our doorstep and with my tall friend here?
I heard that there was a fireball that killed multiple people. By the way, you seem to sleep very well with 6 people dying outside of your house.
No. They died before we went to bed.
Right. Yes. Yes, I know. You sleep very well for someone who witnessed 6 people dying.
Well, but so you come. So you're not for the city guard. Are you? Do you work for?
I don't work for anybody.
You don't work for Vincent at the Tiger's Eye, the guy who knows things.
I don't know of a Vincent. No.
Okay. And at this point, I'll come off the stairs and make my way to the bar, opening up the stairs behind me. Okay, so, I mean, I'm sure Templeton told you everything that we know, and, your job here is done.
Templeton has told me that there were 6 people who died, 8 people who he has killed.
I'll look at Templeton like, fuck.
He has told me that there was a hooded figure, not sure if it was a bomb or a fireball. So I have learned some from Templeton, mostly yes. that he seems quite kind. However, I have not learned anything that I came to learn.
Yes, I think there are a lot of moving parts with this this fireball incident on our front porch. So to say, it is. We don't know much. We can say that. We know that there were some evil beings involved, and 2 people we know for sure got away that look rather suspicious.
Which direction did they head?
Oh, they headed to the west. They headed west, away from us.
Okay, headed west.
So before, we don't know you from anybody. You're not with the guard. Why? Why are you here? You want to know what happened? Are you just like a looky-loo, or do you work for the Waterdeep newspaper?
I'm sorry, a what?
A looky-loo, like you are the neighbor that is always peeking through the window and just wanting to know what's going on, so you have the gossip, and you can tell all your friends.
There were windows I was peeking through, I would not peek through the boarded windows of this house, so I'm not entirely sure.
As you can see, we have many windows. We have some that are boarded up. We have some that aren't even a window, but my friend jumped through and created a new window.
That's called a hole.
Yes.
But it's not a window.
Well, when you become a homeowner, you can call them what you like, but we call them windows.
Okay, I do not know what real estate is like in Waterdeep, so I will take your word for it.
Yes.
No, I am here because 6 people, it seems I have to keep reminding people around here, were murdered. And as we've already figured out, the city guard are terrible and corrupt, and 6 people need some sort of justice to be done. I do not need a reason to be here more so than that. And as for journalism, no.
Are you new to Waterdeep?
I've gotten that question a lot.
Can I
yes.
insight check her while she's doing this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to try to. That's a 16 on an inside. I'm just trying to see, like, is she for real playing this off? Like, I don't know how to say this. I want to try to figure out, like, where she belongs, kind of thing. Like, are you truly not a part of the City Watch? Just trying to get anything off of that I can, I guess.
Do I answer that, or do you answer that, Bob?
Well, so I'll type to you real quick.
Oh, getting typed to. Some mischief.
Because I've asked if you're City Watch, and I've asked if you're with the newspaper, and I've gotten nothing. So I'm trying to, like, get some kind of tell out of anything coming there. And while you're talking to Templeton, I will cut me off a slice of bread, butter it up, and take a bite.
I would like to come down at that moment and just say, "Can you cut me a piece of that too, Val?"
Jackson, I will. I will butter your bread if you kind of stoke that fire, please. It is cold.
Templeton's gonna say under his breath, "It wasn't for you."
I will ignore that.
And I'm sorry, what is your name? Inquisitive, sir?
Well, I think you mean homeowner.
Okay, homeowner.
You are standing in my living room, remember this. My name is Val.
Val.
Yes.
Well, Val, I can tell that you are trying to figure out where I'm from, what I'm doing. Am I lying to you? Am I actually from the City Guard? Am I from the Waterdeep Daily? No, I am not.
Vigilante justice and looking to clean up the streets.
And yeah, with that
That's noble.
16, you do get the feeling that she is on the up and up.
Okay.
I would not describe myself as a vigilante, but no, I would. In a city like this, being a vigilante is not too bad.
Okay.
So yes, fine. Was there a person who walked like a puppet?
And yeah, as that word puppet comes out of your mouth, I think I perk up a little bit. That is funny that you say that. How do you know? Why do you ask?
Well, I think I asked the question first. Was there one?
Well,
yes, there was.
Damn it,
Thank you, Templeton.
Hey, Templeton, you need to play hard to get a little bit. Don't give them everything. Yes, there was, as my friend said. And I think that puppet was on the roof and took off and got away that way. I tracked his steps as far as I could.
So I kind of look Val up and down, or just kind of look at him for a little bit.
All 3 feet of me?
All 3 feet of you. And then I turn to Templeton, and I'm like, the reason that I ask Templeton is because the description of the puppets that the people are talking about looks a lot like the one that is at the Temple of DadBodDnd. So if there was any sort of clue that was indeed the puppets, then I know what my next move is. We are close enough friends, Templeton, in the very, I just met you and you're kind of nice sense to tell you that.
What's the Temple of Gong?
DadBodDnd. It's a temple of DadBodDnd. That is what it is. It's a place of worship for a deity called DadBodDnd.
Oh, okay.
Did I know any of this?
You can give me.
I mean, how prevalent is this? Is this like a Waterdeep staple, or is this one of the more esoteric?
You can give me a history check.
Can I give you a religion check to see how much I know of it?
Yeah.
That's a big 3. Big 3.
You've never heard of it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you are talking about.
Okay, it's a 17.
17. You know where it's at.
What is DadBodDnd the deity of? What does he stand for?
I don't have that with me. What are you thinking? What is this, D&D night?
Is this preparedness? What am I, a Boy Scout?
No. So DadBodDnd is the deity, also known as the Lord of all Smiths. Nobody. Hey, no. Only person that can write this down is Brittany. You all don't know this. I'm just kidding.
Hey. I write it down, but I also note on the side, I don't know this.
I don't know this. So
I don't know this.
It is a deity of crafting and smithy.
Hearing all like this conversation is getting deeper, I'm gonna come out of the stairs, but I'm not really gonna let myself be known. I'm just gonna like stand against the wall, like crossed armed, like listening.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice?
Yeah, I mean, if she's by you don't have to do that. Your passive perception would see her come down the stairs, because I imagine your back is to the door and you're facing like the bar and the stair area. So you do see her come down, but she doesn't say anything.
Okay. So my eyes just briefly flick over and acknowledge.
Lestra, you use these words like "gond." Like I don't know what that means.
He is a deity. He is the lord of smiths, essentially. Craftsmanship, crafting.
Yeah. Don't have time for that. Okay, and you say this puppet might be associated with that deity that...
If this puppet does match the description that the people are talking about, and they do talk, then it very much looks like the one at the Temple of God. It is a very distinct puppet. I do not know if that puppet can move on its own, which is part of what startles me about it.
Okay. And at that point, I'll look over at Jackson. Jackson, your bread is ready, but I do have a question for you. You like to tinker with things. Do you know of any puppets? What does it take to, animate a puppet? Make them a real boy? How do you do that?
I don't know too much about making them real. I imagine it would take some kind of magic, but that's about all I can tell you. I don't know any specific spells that would do that.
Okay.
I'm a little too green in that, I suppose.
Okay. Enjoy your bread.
First you need a blue fairy.
Gotta have the blue fairy.
And so I'd like to take a seat and just say, and then I'll look at Alestra and just say, "Oh, hi, nice. Oh, nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too. I hope you had a good rest.
Oh, I didn't, but thank you.
Good. It is good that you did not have a good rest. After 6 people dying outside of your house, you should not rest well.
Okay, I'm going back to bed.
You are very invested in these 6 lives. Are they relation? Do you know any of them? Because a couple of them were kind of bad guys that we have confirmed bad guys. I'd like to...
I do not know them.
Okay,
no.
You seem very hung up that people died. I mean...
Do you need to know someone to care about them?
Oh, shit. Yes, I believe you do. I don't know,
This explains a lot of our conversation so far.
Yes, I don't care about anybody, really.
Who you haven't met?
And I care very little about you, other than that we are having there's one thing we have in common, and that is, you want to know who did this, and I want to know who did this because it is my front porch. And that's what I care about more than anything, is my front porch being attacked by fireball.
You care about your property damage more than you care about 6 lives. Is that what I'm understanding here?
That is kind of true.
I mean, it does appear the guy saved our lives. There were more of the Zentaran assassins coming for us.
What do you mean by the guys in the fireball? The puppet?
Well, there was the puppet, and then there was a cloaked figure that was on the ground that kind of broke away from a group of onlookers that took off in the same direction. So, I mean, yes. But do you I don't know how you can just care about everybody that you see. You just immediately care about them.
I mean, if it turns out that these are bad people and they deserve to die, then that is one thing. However, I do not know that for a fact.
You will not be afraid to kill somebody.
If it's for the greater good, I see no purpose to not do so.
Okay. Then I think we will be okay together. If that is the plan, I am okay with
Wait, are you saying that you want to come along?
Well, I'm saying that I want to get some vengeance for what happened out there, just because I want to protect my home, and the things that I do care about are inside of here.
Okay. So you will help me figure this out, and I will help you understand why your property value decreased last night. Is that accurate?
That is probably a good idea. I know that we have lofty goals for here, so we want to make sure that, yes, that value goes up. I mean, you know more about this than we do, so I owe you a little bit. I might have to follow. I mean, I don't know where this Gond makes home.
Okay.
I mean, I would look to the rest of the group, and is this something we want to do? Seeing that Makani's kind of like in the corner hiding, I will use Ashley. Ashley, what do you have not said a word, which is odd. What do you think about this proposition with our new friend here?
I don't know. It seems weird that there is not a lot of information. I don't know. I feel weird talking in front of her. Like, hey, yo, I think you're shady because you have no information. You might be somebody undercover, but you know.
I very well could be. So that's very reasonable. Templeton, is this Ashley, or is this Makani Ashley? Is that who you are? Or are you just
Templeton?
Is it your last name? Do you prefer to go by your last name, Ashley? What should I call you?
My name is Ashley.
Ashley. Okay.
Sometimes I'm called Makani for a nickname. Templeton gets confused.
How does
Well,
Makani
no, I'm
come
all
out of
confused,
Ashley?
What's that?
How does Makani, how is that the nickname? That's kind of longer than Ashley, if anything.
It's just my name.
Oh, people in the South are so confusing. Fine. All right. Ashley. Sounds good. So, if you want to come along, I don't know, we haven't exactly had the best conversation in terms of me believing that you would do the greater good. But it does seem like the murder of 6 people means that we are up against a fairly strong foe. So, if you wanted to come along, I would not be opposed to it. However, be aware that if you do something I do not like or find morally reprehensible, I will kill you.
Well, that is, I mean, I'm looking around right now. I see 4 of us and just that one of you.
That is good that you can count. That will come in handy later.
What gave you the impression we were out to do greater good?
That is exactly the impression I do not have.
That's because we are not. People are attacking us.
So then if people are attacking you, then it seems that the greater good would be to stop them from attacking innocent bystanders.
Well, we will definitely defend ourselves, like I said, but I mean, if people want to kill themselves in the streets, that is their business. But when it starts to encroach onto my porch, that is when we must step in, and that is why my friend here is so close to my side. And I'll point to Templeton.
Yeah, we have to defend ourselves.
No, that is certainly accurate. If somebody does attack you, then surely you would defend yourself.
Okay.
What I mean by morally reprehensible is, if you decide to, I don't know, kill somebody for fun, or
Yes, that is not something I think any of us do. I think because I don't care about people does not mean I want to wish them harm or would inflict that harm. I don't care if you are there or not.
I feel like if we had to spend an extended amount of time together outside of just this day, we would have continual character difficulties. However, this seems to be only one mission, so I doubt that we will know each other after this. And so I will be fine working with you if you would like to come along. If you wouldn't, I can solve your problem and work on my own clock. So, whichever you prefer.
Well,
you seem to know something a lot more than I do, since you brought up a word I haven't even heard, Zentarum. So we could put our heados together.
I am not against any of this, but I do want to say nothing gets done until we get a little bit of breakfast, and bread and butter is not going to cut it. So I am on board, I should say, finding out who did this, and we will see where it goes from there.
Very well. Sounds good.
I'm on board. This sounds
And
like fun.
and Makani Ashley, are you also on board?
I suppose.
Well, you are more than welcome to stop supposing at any time. This is not a contract. Well, since you guys seem so hungry, I will allow you to eat. And I will stand outside while you do so.
Perfect.
So, I hope to see you outside your own house. Thank you. And I'll just walk outside and wait.
Here, what? Oh my god.
I'm gonna stomp over to Templeton, like, as soon as she gets out the door. Templeton, you told her my name, you let her in. Did she ask about your magic abilities last night? Did she ask about that?
No, that didn't come up. She's nice.
You're just gonna believe anybody that's nice to you, Templeton? You're just going to let anybody in our door? And you're gonna tell people our names?
Well, that was an accident. But I thought she could use something to drink and something to eat. So I let her in. And I'm okay with that.
I'm not okay with you sharing my name with people, Templeton. Clearly, there is an issue when my name is on notes and stuff.
Templeton, I have to agree with Makani here. You don't need to be letting people in without consulting one of us first. Like especially with what is going on. We just had 3 people. Do you remember last night? Like everything that we had to do. Relive everything that we had to do last night for 1 second. You will realize that is a big mistake, just letting people in. You need to be careful.
In the middle of him talking, I'm just gonna walk away.
Oh my god. I am going to hop off of my stool. Which way? Where are you heading?
Down into the cellar to start making some breakfast. Just to get stuff for breakfast.
Tyrion Lannister style. I'm going to start just marching. You don't want to do this. I'm going to let him get fully down into the cellar, and then I'll come down. Templeton, right. What is going on?
I'd like to go to like the cellar door and just see if I can't listen in. I'm very curious.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you can hang out at the top if you want. Or are you making yourself known?
I'm not making myself known.
Okay.
I'm going to keep my eye on Alestra. Is that what it was? Alestra? Alesta.
I added an R, my bad.
Okay.
And you headed outside, correct, Brittany?
Yeah. So is she just peeking out of the window?
No, I'm just like pretty much standing where I can, but where I just have just a slight vision.
Okay. She could probably, I mean, depending on where you're standing outside, she could see through the hole in the wall and the broken window.
So I'll just look back with this face.
Is that blue steel?
Okay.
And I'm just stone cold,
stare off.
Stare off.
So heading down to the basement where Templeton's in for some.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. I assume he's got his back to me, and I'll come down the stairs. Templeton, what is the problem? You walked away from me while I was talking to you. Templeton, I'm talking to you.
I imagine we've got a little basket or something for grabbing stuff out of here, and I'm putting eggs in the basket, grabbing some bread, just getting what I know to be breakfast stuff.
Oh, you are going to play this card again. You'll remember what happened last time. You stopped talking to me. You slept outside, you were cold, you were hungry, you needed some help, you ran out of your candies. You're going to continue down this road.
Still putting groceries in the basket.
Templeton, this is a choice you make, and you get to live with these choices. I recall last night you attacked me with that lightning out of your fist that who knows where that came from. I am letting it go, but you want to play this game. That is fine, and we will see how this goes. And I'm going to take out of my pocket a handful of candy and just drop it on the stairs. And I'm going to head back up. You can carry your own candy from now on.
Do I hear you heading back up?
I would imagine, yeah, I'm kind of like stomping my feet a little bit. Just.
But I'm going to run back to the table as fast as I can.
Okay. Okay. So Templeton, what do you do anything else down there other than gathering groceries?
So I think the whole time that he's talking to me, my back is to him, and I just have this like scowl on my face like the whole time. And as he continues talking, the hand that is clenching the basket kind of clenches tighter and tighter. And as he drops the candy, part of the basket just snaps.
Okay.
Is that so? Yeah, I probably wouldn't see or notice any of that as I'm walking away.
I mean, you can try. It's up to you.
No, I think I'm a little scared by what happened last night. Like,
sorry, there's a bug.
Tough.
So yeah, I did my tough guy routine and dropped the candy. I'm gonna take that as an out and walk up the stairs.
As Jax is like running back to the table, I'm gonna. Jax, did you hear anything good?
No, all I heard was Val talking. It seemed like he wasn't getting anything out of Templeton at all. Like he was almost ignoring him or something.
If I ever catch you spying on me, I'll break your hand.
Oh god. I'm gonna come up
You're
out
not
of the
interesting
cellar.
enough.
I'm gonna come up out of the cellar, and I think it kind of there's a straight line to the upstairs. I'm just gonna head upstairs and not really look at anybody. And I'm making my way back up to my room.
And Jax, are you like awkwardly sitting at the table, like
reading a newspaper?
Yeah, just waiting for food at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come up out of the cellar and just put the basket on like in the galley, and just leave it.
We are a dysfunctional family.
Yeah, McConaughey, you still just staring daggers at Alesta?
Yeah, well, if we're not going to eat breakfast, I guess we go outside and we go find this puppet or whatever she is looking for.
I will say when I get up in my room, I'm going to kind of sit down on my bed, and underneath the bed, I'm going to pull out a little, like, I don't know, yay big jewelry box. I'm going to open it up, and inside I'm going to pull out this lock of braided hair, and I'm going to take it out, close the box, put it back underneath, and I'm just going to kind of hold it up to my mouth, or not my mouth, but my nose, and just kind of take a couple. Yeah, it's my hair doll that I've made, but I'm just kind of, smelling it a little bit, not in a creepy way, and just kind of breathing in and out. And after I do that, I'm going to then tuck it inside of my vest or my cloak in the little pocket and add it, and then I'm going to come back down.
All right, let's go.
Everybody heading outside?
I will grab whatever's left of the loaf of bread and I'll head on out.
Templeton?
I'm just going to put that in my bag.
I'm going outside with everybody else, trying to intentionally like stay to the back.
Okay. So as you head outside, you do see Alesta sitting out there. What are you doing? You just kind of like, are you looking at the point of impact? Or are you just...
Has Makani stopped looking at me?
I mean, to come outside, yeah. But I think, Kylie, you said you were staring daggers the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alesta was staring back. She probably would have investigated, but she's just been basically like this for the last 15 minutes.
Love it. Yeah, you can't not have a good stare off. I mean, I just find myself doing it day after day. Okay, so as you all head outside, I imagine Alesta's just watching you walk out the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the back.
Okay.
Ashley, you have very lovely eyes. They are so filled with rage and hatred. This way! And I'll walk to the temple. I'll start leading the way to the temple.
Temple of Anubis.
Val, you said you're taking the back?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the rear with the gear.
Is Val coming?
Not inaudibly, I will just raise my hand and.
All right, sounds good. Here we go.
I'll move up closer to the front.
All right. So heading out.
None of us want to be next to each other. I'm like, how do I avoid both of them?
Yeah, this is like the weirdest shit.
So, Templeton, are you like next to Alesta, or like where are you in the?
I think I'm probably like slightly behind you, like close enough we could talk, but not next to you.
Okay. Templeton, you seem disturbed. I don't know you very well, but considering your disposition earlier and your disposition now, you seem disturbed. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay right now.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do, or why are you not feeling okay? If you want to talk about it.
Templeton, she is a stranger.
It's okay, Templeton. I am a stranger, but you can talk to strangers. You are an adult.
When Makani says that, my hands kind of tighten a little bit, and then they unclench, and then I'll say, I have magic powers. I discovered them last night.
Oh, well, that is a surprise, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I don't think I can control it right now. Val is he's my friend, and we got in a fight.
Okay. Well, what did you get into a fight about? Was it about your magic last night?
No.
Okay.
It was just a fight. He knows best. And sometimes I forget that.
Well, Templeton, there are a couple of things. We don't have time to unpack all of that, but we can unpack some of it. Well, first of all, it's okay if you can't control your magic right now. Just like any other skill, sometimes you start off not being very good at it, and then you become better. So, I have no doubt that with practice and with perseverance, you'll be able to control it. So,
are you two trying... Sorry to interrupt. Are you trying to talk like at a normal volume, or are you trying to keep it between yourselves?
I'm probably matching wherever Templeton is.
Are we? Is there some distance between the two of us and the rest of the group?
That's up to you guys.
I'm kind
How
of.
tall are you, Templeton?
Templeton is what, 6'9"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very tall.
Yeah, Alesta is
6'1".
I'd say I'm somewhere kind of in the middle, right? Maybe right after you
Yeah,
two.
you said 5'11".
Is she 5'11"?
Yeah.
Oh boy, hold on.
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh boy.
So,
Oh, you're right.
but
She is 5'11". Okay.
I do think that I'm trying to have this conversation quietly, especially if I'm talking about Val.
Okay.
Okay.
He's also at the back.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just match Templeton.
I imagine that Ashley and Jax are probably close enough to maybe hear it, because Ashley's already said something once while we were talking. So
Okay.
And
Thank you.
yeah, so okay, I'll go. So I'm sure, just like any other skill, it is something that you will be able to learn. That doesn't mean that it's something that you should not take seriously. Magic can be very dangerous, just as any weapon could be dangerous. But it is not something to inherently be afraid of. And secondly, you and Val, I do not know both of you very well, but I'm sure that there are moments where Val is right, and I'm sure there are moments where you are right. Val doesn't always know best. No one always knows best. We're all just messy people walking around the world trying to figure things out. So have a little bit more confidence in yourself. You're a good guy, Templeton, and I awkwardly pat him on the back. And I think you have more to offer than it seems like you think yourself. You're not just some big, ugly orc, like you told me earlier. You're a person with value. So don't forget that, okay?
he's gonna nod at you. He's not gonna say much. I think he's not everybody's right all the time. I think he's really thinking about that. So I'll probably be quiet right this time.
Looks like you are thinking. I will leave you to think. Onward we go.
If we walk past any food carts or anything, I'm literally just going to reach and eat it, just like I did at the bar before. No breakfast.
Have you read the laws of Waterdeep recently?
Let me point to to a. I mean, there's going to be food carts out there. If you would like to make a sleight of hand check, we can do that.
How close to me are you, would you say? Are you following closely behind me to where I would have maybe noticed this, or are you trying to keep your distance from me, being ahead of you between Alessia?
I feel like I'm probably closer to Valerian,
Okay.
but definitely not engaging with him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to roll something?
Yes. Sleight of hand, I believe.
Sleight of hand. 13.
Yeah, so no, you pluck. It's gonna be like a chicken kebab. You pluck it without. There's no breakfast food cart.
I was just thinking like an apple, but that's cool.
No, it's like a chicken kebab. You just take it and slowly start eating it and walk away. So as you guys do pass through, you guys should all be on the map of said Waterdeep. And Alesta, you know where the Temple of DadBodDnd is. And it is already on the map up over here. So it is at the corner of Shark and Seawatch Street in the Sea Ward. So oddly enough, it is near the play the other four of you went to. So quickest route is going to be straight down Delzorin Street. And it's a nice day today. It is, the sun is out, so there's no snow falling, but there's still maybe an inch or two on the ground, and it's kind of heated up to be that icy mush that you guys are so used to. And it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to walk there. Imagine no carriage this time. Nice day. Easy to get out there.
Yeah, no carriage. Awkward silence.
That means we would have to be close to each other.
The only thing worse than awkward silence is awkward silence in a vehicle.
Oh no, that's true.
Templeton would be looking out the window like this, and Val would be the other way.
Jax would be like right in the middle of them, like that awkward, like.
Come on, guys.
So, yeah, you guys got about an hour. Is there any conversation or awkward? It's just awkward, like, other than the Alesta Templeton talk, kind of quietly. So you do see a lot of people out and about, though. It is a nice day, and people are trying to kind of, take advantage of it as best as possible. But as you reach the Temple of DadBodDnd, the House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. So more specifically, the Temple of DadBodDnd is called the House of Inspired Hands. The symbol of DadBodDnd, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently. You do see a silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air, and then you lose track of it. Everybody give me a perception check.
Uh, 20, not natural.
I have a
6 for me.
21.
20, natural.
Eee.
That's
That was a
where
good
we
roll,
get
everybody.
Yeah, that's where we get that's a 20 in the chat. So, Makani, Jax, and Valerian, you see this sparrow flying directly towards your party, your group. And it gets closer and closer. Going for the front, and Templeton, please make a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Oh, cool.
Do you guys say anything
20?
about this? No?
I'd
no,
like to, like-
I'm in the back in fuck you mode, so
16.
I would definitely be like, I assume I can
What?
tell that is a sparrow or just some kind of bird, I assume.
You can
You said wisdom?
dex.
Dex. That's an 18.
Okay, so
My other was a 20.
Ooh, wow, nice.
Wow.
So you wasted your good rolls. So as you guys see this, Jackson, you're like, hey! And so Templeton, you kind of slowly dodge out of the way, and the sparrow aims for right where your head was. And as it passes you, hits into the ground, and it just like bursts.
It's a puff of feathers.
Like exploding bird burst or like disappear magic burst?
No, like exploding bird.
Like mechanical, like it falls apart.
Mechanical, yes. So as you look at it, it is this weird little like mechanical bird. And as you look back to where it came from, the humanoid shape is gone.
Where was the humanoid again?
On the top. So you see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check out the remains of this bird and to see if I can get anything interesting out of it, sigils, materials, anything I can get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick it up, and with your craft, you could probably recreate it.
Cool, I'm gonna take some of
it's very fragile, but it hasn't, like, the parts haven't broke. If that makes sense.
Cool. I'm gonna take it and what I can of it and get it fit in my bag.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
It was a broken mechanical bird. Kind of cool, actually. Want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it. I don't know anything about that shit.
Well, okay then.
Because Makani's probably the closest to me. Makani, what is happening? I saw that thing flying.
I don't know. I saw the man. You saw the man.
But nobody is hurt.
No. Fortunately, it missed Templeton, but boy, it was headed right for him.
Front row. Did you guys see the man? Like, what are you guys doing up there?
Is this?
Where was the man?
On the rooftop.
Why would I be looking up if I'm going forward?
Look at this, Alesta. You are leading the party down into danger.
We're going up the temple steps, though. We are not going down.
Did you guys not even see the bird?
I saw it, Makani, and it did nothing. But it would be good if everybody has their eyes open so that we can all see things. And not just me and Makani. And Jax, you saw it too.
Templeton, did you see the bird you are almost hit with? Sorry.
No, I did not.
Is this... So this is the place?
Yes.
Alesta. So
yes.
This place we are supposed to go is already shooting birds at us.
I don't know how things are done in Waterdeep. As you said earlier, I'm new here. And you hear what you think is a laugh, but you're not sure.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You hear what you think is like a snort of laughter, but you're really not sure.
I'm glad you are having a good time, I guess. So, what do we do, Alesta, what are we doing here? Like, now that... Are we going in?
Yes, that is where I'm walking. We're going inside, unless you wanted to search the property for value as a homeowner.
Well...
Sorry, that was so good.
Goes around, comes around.
Highlight.
So that's you are a quick one. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna take off down the alley, on the side of the building, and start to see if I can see in a window or find a door. Just kind of case the joint.
It looks like he is being the looky-loo now. Let us go through the front doors, like civilized human beings. Or people. No, forget human beings. Let's go through the front door, like civilized people.
I'm definitely going to follow Alesta, because I want to keep my eye on her.
Okay. So, as you guys enter, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. So, we will be back at 10:05 Central Time. Do not go anywhere. We have more Waterdeep in store for you. So, 10 minutes. We'll be right back.